everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of Talk 10 with Mahen. I am your host, Mahenthri Pillay. Today, I am very happy to be talking to a young artist. She does oil painting and she has been painting for the last 4 years. With much joy, I welcome today Pia Naidoo. Welcome, Pia.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy that you decided to include me in your talk show.
Thank you very much, Pia. Now tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you? And when did this interest in art really begin?
I am 13 years old, and ever since I was 7 years old, I've had such an interest in art. And I've always been asking my mom if I could do art classes. And finally I get to, and I'm so happy about that.
Now, I believe you are part of Artworks Kids Studio. Can you tell us a little bit about your lesson?
Well, I go to art once a week for about an hour and a half. And I'm so grateful to have such an amazing teacher, Adele. And she's helped me develop so many skills and talents that I didn't know of.
For every artist, their very first piece is super special. Let's talk about your very first completed painting. Tell me about that.
Well, one of my very first paintings is right here, the rose. And when I painted this painting, it was truly a realization for me because I realized how much I love art, but I just feel very happy and I feel proud when I finish a painting because I work hard on most of my paintings.
I love the picture of the girl that you are busy with. Can you talk to us about your current piece that you're working on?
Okay, so fun fact, this painting is actually an inspiration from one of my favorite artists, Helene. And I've never painted a picture of a person before, so this is quite a jump for me.
Let's talk about the yellow car, Pia. Tell us how you prepared that painting.
Well, first of all, you have to design and draw out your graph. So then you have to make sure the painting will actually fit onto the canvas. And then I take a black paint and I use a thin brush, a very thin brush to outline the drawing. So then I dry it and then I start my first layer, which is generally the very coat of an orange layer because as you can see here, there's a little bit of orange. And the reason for that is because it makes the colors pop. And then you start painting with your more defined colors, such as the yellow beetle. So then you start adding your different variations of yellow, such as the lighter tones to the dark tones. And then I usually paint my picture in the middle before I paint the background because you can always come back to the painting in the middle. And I usually generally change up the background to make it more of a light and flowing kind of color so that the picture in the middle can pop more. And that's my way of painting that picture.
Your teacher mentions palette knife technique. What is that?
Palette knife technique, I have my palette knife here. Palette knife techniques adds texture to art. So if you want the painting to pop out more and to be seen more, then you would add texture to it. Because as you can see here, there's a lot of variation in the rose. So then you would use the palette knife to add texture to make the rose lift up and pop into your face more.
All right. Pia, tell us, all artists have their favorite paintings. Which one of yours is your favorite?
I would have to say definitely this one right here, because when I was little at my old house, there was a very similar painting to this, and I just kept looking at the painting, and when I saw this picture in my art box, I just remembered my old house and how much I loved flowers. And this is definitely one of my favorite paintings. I've gifted a painting of a card to my dad for his birthday, and that painting is now hanging in his office. And I've also gifted one of my flower paintings to my art teacher in Ashton, and now that painting is currently hanging in the Ashton office, and I'm very proud of that.
When you're actually painting something, there's a part of you that you are leaving behind on that canvas. What sort of feeling does that give you?
When I do painting, I just feel so relaxed and my mind is at ease, and all my cares and worries about school just fade away when I do art, and I just feel so happy when I do art.
Do you have any other hobbies besides painting?
Yes, I do. I do piano. I've been doing piano since grade 1, and I feel piano is like an art too, because you can express it in so many different ways like art.
Pia, how have your parents supported you to express your talent?
My parents are very supportive people, and I'm very grateful for that. Ever since I was little, as you know, I've loved art, and my parents have pushed me towards my dreams, pushed me to succeed in what I love, and I don't think I'd ever be able to do art and piano if it wasn't for them.
Where do you paint if you're at home?
I paint on my balcony over here sometimes when it's like sunset, and I paint some sunsets with oil paint and sometimes water paint.
Pia, tell us about the painting that you're busy with. It contains a whole lot of koi fish.
Yes, those koi fish are, matter of fact, the same koi fish that I always used to feed from the time I was very small. And I just grew up with those pictures and those koi fish. And all my paintings are based on a lot of memories that I've had, and I like to cherish them.
Thank you very much, viewers, for joining us on episode 5. It was such a joy to speak to Pia Naidoo today. She's exuding so much of confidence, and her art is absolutely spectacular. I wish you every success, Pia. Continue to progress in this art form, and we will look out for beautiful pieces that you are going to be delivering in the future.